Welcome back, Chocolatiers, to the weekly recap and breakdown, and pretty much just me talking about how much I love Daredevil Born Again. This is episode 4. Um, Not a whole lot, but a whole lot happened in this episode. Definitely a mixed bag for people that were waiting for action. Me personally, it's one of my favorite episodes. I was eating it up. I loved it. So key things to highlight. So you pretty much get Kingpin. I'll start with his stuff. I really was enjoying how, they're getting more into what he's doing. You find at the end of the episode that he does have Adam. He's holding him captive, and it's pretty much now insinuated that that's why his knuckles were bloody in the last episode, because he's definitely beating Adam's ass, and he's just holding him captive at a undisclosed location. He also has probably one of the funniest scenes I've seen in the MCU in the last couple years, where he's got the kids singing in front of him, and one of the mayoral things, like where the mayor goes and gets a bunch of kids to sing for him, and the kids are fucking terrible, and he's like, no, he's like, please don't sing anymore. And so outside of that, the main Fisk thing that comes into play, pretty much the big thing, is that the guy that works for him, I always forget his name, he keeps leaking information to this woman who does not want his ass. Every time they show him talking to her and giving her info, I just go, buddy, she's not going to fuck you. She's not going to fuck you. She's not. Okay? I had to learn it the hard way. Apparently he has to too. And so he ends up leaking information to homegirl doing the reporting or whatever, and she basically exposes what Fisk is wanting to do with the city about the garbage and stuff like that, and he gets really pissed off, and he has a pivotal scene where he basically threatens his life, and he tells homeboy, he's like, you do that shit again, be the last thing you ever do. And I said, he go kill his ass. And so that's pretty much all Fisk gets to do this episode. It was a lot, but it was sprinkled in, so you get a little bit at the beginning, the middle, and then the end. But this is a big episode for us Punisher boys out there. So Frank Castle / John Bernthal is back in the role. Matt is representing this guy, and this guy is basically, giving him the spiel of, how the world is and this and that, and it's a really good speech. I really loved it. They name drop a scroll, which I thought was kind of cool. I was like, that's cool. I was like, for that forgetful ass show, Secret Invasion, I said, gotta remind us it exists somehow. And so, before I get to the Punisher stuff, I do want to cover this too. I do think it's nice that with that moment with Matt and Hector's niece, and how she comes up in there and they're talking, or I guess his daughter, I can't remember his niece or daughter, but I know it's going to be the next White Tiger, so it's nice to see that she's going to be getting, the outfit and also the amulet. They kind of briefly setting up like, hey, pass the torch. But I do like that her and Matt had that, kind of dialogue where he's, kind of coming to terms with, damn. And he also talks to one cop that should have been dead. He killed him in the first episode, or second episode. He killed him. But yeah, it ends with, or that segment ends where he realizes that the cop's not lying to him, and he has no idea who killed Hector. Which is funny, because when he's listening to his heart beating, he's not telling no lies. And so this leads to Matt doing some investigating, as he does, and he ends up finding the bullet and shell casing that they cannot find, and leads him to Punisher, because he shows Punisher the shell casing, and he's like, hey, I need you to fucking take these guys out. That's basically what he says. He doesn't say that, but that's basically what he says. And him and Punisher, John Bernthal coming back in this role, I was like, damn, I fucking missed you. Good Lord, I missed him so fucking much. Ooh, I was like, boy, dude, he was born to play this fucking character. That's the best casting in the MCU. Fucking come at me. That is the best casting we've gotten. And so he's got like a beard and this and that, and there was a lot of speculation that maybe he retired, something like that. But it's pretty much implied that he is not retired. He even says, do what I do multiple times, and talks about stuff that he's up to. And like, he's not retired at all. Which I'm glad, because that would have been stupid for the character, which John Bernthal actually came out and said in like an interview, I believe, that dropped tonight, that originally with the original script, he opted not to come back because he didn't like what they were doing to the character. But now that they have reformatted stuff, I guess they changed stuff around, and now he's coming back. And so I'm assuming that the original script might have been some shit like, "Oh man, you're tired" or something. But yeah, he has this whole dialogue with Matt that had me like damn near in tears, man. Talking about, he's like, say his name. He's like, he's like, you want to do what I do and all this other stuff. That basically wanting permission, and it's crazy. It really makes you think, because it was sad when he brings up, which I also like that he brought up Bullseye by name of Bullseye instead of calling him Poindexter. And just the fact that, like Punisher tells him, Poindexter's gonna be sitting up in there living a full life, eating, sleeping, and shitting. Meanwhile, Foggy's dead. Foggy is gonna he's dead. He's fucking dead, right? And I really like this moment between these two. I really like, the brief attacking when he first sees him. We get the little scream a little bit. I like that he calls him Red a lot. And I was like, man, I said, bring me back to season 2, baby. Bring me back to season 2. They're doing those callbacks. It's a little niche up in there. I like that. But I'm really excited for what they show midway in the show and at the end of the show. And that is our first real look at Muse in costume and everything. He's carrying a body. He's sucking out this dude's blood and organs, and it's fucking wild. And the episode ends. And I really, really like that, because not only did the episode end dark as hell, but on top of that, we finally get to see Muse, because that was my main complaint so far with the show, that, as good as it is, he's the main villain. It's a 9-episode show. It's not even 10, right? 9 fucking episodes. Next week's 5, and I was like, man, we have not seen Muse yet, but we finally see him. Is it kind of out of place? To me, it is. The end scene kind of fits in there, but like just briefly in the middle of like just a random combo, they just cut the Muse carrying somebody, and then they cut back to them talking again. Like this is like middle of the show. And I thought that was a little weird, like, lead pace. Like, I felt like they were like, damn, we gotta, like, really start setting him up. Like, I felt like they should have, like, an episode or so ago. But I guess we'll see what they do with him, because I am excited. There's rumors that they're going to be reusing him as a villain for next season again. So hopefully the MCU will stop killing all their fucking villains off. I like that we got Bullseye. I like that we got Kingpin still. We got all these villains we keep reusing. I like that. Because he's not doing what Punisher's doing. He's not killing these people. And so I really enjoy that a lot. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you saw this fucking episode. How'd you feel about that Punisher speech? I know you fucking loved it. Don't even trip. Don't even lie. I'm assuming next week, without a shadow of a doubt, I don't know where else you could go. I would assume that him and Punisher are doing the suit up stuff, because at the end of this episode, Matt does finally go and look at the Daredevil stuff. He's flipping the thing, this and that. So I guess he's gonna finally suit up next week, and then we'll have episodes 6, 7, 8, and 9 to wrap things up. Assuming 8 and 9 will be Muse focused. I guess these next few will kind of wrap up the police storyline, is what I'm assuming. And so I'm excited to see what the future beholds. And with that, please like, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys next week when we break down episode 5.